Hey everybody, it's me, Becky Franson with the Pampered Chef, and I'm coming live because I wanted to share with you a quick, easy, time and money saving process with you. School is going to be here before we know it. We have a couple more weeks, and Pampered Chef just shared with us a brand new party theme that I wanted to share with you because it is truly going to save me, and I hope all of you, a ton of time and money this fall. And it's called Power Cooking. I'm going to be sharing with you several simple meals that you can prepare very quickly, pop them in the freezer, and then when you're ready for those hectic weeknights where you just don't have time to cook dinner and you're tempted to go through the drive-through, you can pull these meals out, throw them into a skillet or in a pressure cooker or in the microwave for 5 to 10 minutes, and you can have a quick, easy, and delicious dinner done. So it all starts with batch cooking 3 to 4 pounds of chicken breasts. You could use chicken thighs if you want, but today I'm using chicken breasts. So I want to share with you a couple of tips before I share with you what I'm doing. So the first thing is I am using chicken breasts, and you can cook them in several different ways. The preferred method, the fastest method, is using a pressure cooker. So I am using Pampered Chef's Deluxe Multi-Cooker. And this product is a 16-in-1 cooker. You can pressure cook, which means bring it to pressure very quickly. You can slow cook if you wanted to set it before you went to work in the morning and let it cook very slowly over the course of the day. You can do sous vide, which is cooking your food in a bath, a water bath. You can also sterilize, you can make yogurt, you can do soups and stews and chilies. There's white rice and grains. You can do beans, you can do seafood, you can do desserts. There's a ton of things that you can do with this all-in-one cooker. That's why they call it the Deluxe Multi-Cooker. But we're gonna do chicken today, and we're gonna do the pressure cooker function. So one of the features that I love is that I can put the lid right on top. And what I have in here to get started is a cup of chicken stock, and that is it. You can use water if you like. I'm using stock, okay? And so then I'm going to take some chicken breasts. Now, we can take some chicken breasts, which I have here, and I've already weighed them out on our digital kitchen scale. I love this scale because once I turn it on, you can then put a plate on it and push the tare button, and it will clear it back to 0. So it's great when you want to measure out a specific amount of protein, or if you're weighing your food, or if you're baking and you like to weigh your flour and your sugar and things like that. You literally put a bowl on it, hit the tare, it clears it to 0, add your flour. It'll tell you when you come up to 6 ounces of flour. You can hit the tare again, add your sugar. If you need 6 ounces of sugar, you wait till 6 ounces, clear it out. So you don't have to use a bunch of different measuring cups. So all I did was I put one of the, what are these called? I'm having a brain fart here. One of the coating trays, and I just loaded it up with some chicken breasts. And I have about 3.5 pounds of chicken breasts. I shop at Costco. I get the organic chicken breasts in the pouches, and each pouch is about 1.5 pounds to 1.75 pounds. There's usually about 3 chicken breasts in each pouch. So I measured out 2 of those Costco organic Kirkland chicken breast pouches, and it was 3.5 pounds. Now, the next thing to really stretch it, okay, we're going to use our close-in cut. And our close-in cut is spring-loaded, as you can see here, okay? And all we're going to do is we are going to take a chicken breast, okay? We're going to put it into the close-in cut. We're going to close it, and then we're going to take a large 8-inch or longer knife, and we are going to slide it through so that we are cutting our chicken breast in half. And now we have two separate pieces, it's easier just to use my fingers, of chicken breasts so that it cuts evenly, quickly, super fast, and I get more bang for my buck, okay? So you can do that if you have some really large chicken breasts like I do here, okay? So that it cooks even faster in the pressure cooker. Or you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our chicken breasts and we're gonna cut them into cubes, okay? Small cubes. And we're going to toss them into our pressure cooker here. And we are going to, once we have all 3.5 pounds of our chicken in our pressure cooker, we're then gonna lock the lid. We're gonna set it for 10 minutes. That's it. It cooks in 10 minutes, 3.5 pounds of chicken. How crazy is that, okay? So the next time when you go to make a dinner, a recipe, and you're using chicken breasts or chicken thighs, and you want to stretch it, instead of, this is like that way of cooking once and preparing several different meals. So this is going to give me 3 different meals. And actually, if I do 4 pounds of chicken breasts, which you can do in the pressure cooker, it will hold up to 4 to 5 pounds of chicken breasts. If you do 4 pounds, you then separate them into 4 even bags, and you can use 1 pound for salads. You can use another pound for, I'm making tonight, the recipe, I'm gonna show you 2 separate recipes tonight that I'm using my cooked chicken with. One is a chicken gnocchi soup. I absolutely love, we love gnocchi in this house. And so I'm doing a chicken gnocchi soup. And I'm also going to do a black bean chicken wrap. And I'm gonna prep this. And like I said, I'm gonna keep the other cooked chicken for salads so that we have some lunches ready to go. I'm going to put them into our, one of our new products, which I'm gonna be coming live to you with about tomorrow, that we're going to use to store our salads. I'm so excited. Perfect and just in time for back to school. So you can see how I'm just cutting up the chicken here in just small cubes and just throwing it all into the inner pot of the deluxe multi-cooker here. Okay, so we're going to we're just about done here. And okay, ready to go. Now I'm just gonna kind of push that around and make sure it's on the bottom there. Let me wash my hand. So then while this is cooking for the 10 minutes in the pressure cooker, I'm going to prepare the 2 meals that I'm making. I'm gonna bag one up and put it in the freezer so that it's ready to go on one of these nights that are going to be coming up when my kids are running to different sports and work, and I have meetings, and I just don't have time to cook, so I'm not tempted to go through the drive-thru. And these 2 additional recipes I'm showing you tonight are super easy. So we put the lid on. Okay, got to come down to the front here. Put the lid on. I'm now choosing, and let me zoom in on the quick cooker so you can see it a little clearly. Now I'm choosing the poultry setting, and I'm going to adjust the time by pushing the center button down to 10 minutes. And now I'm just going to push it and hold it, and now it's going to say run. And that means that the pressure cooker is now getting ready to fill with pressure. What do you need for the pressure cooker to fill with pressure? You need at least a cup of liquid, which is why I added that chicken stock to the bottom of the pot. So you need at least a cup of liquid, and that's it. Okay, so now the vessel is going to fill with pressure. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes to do that, depending upon how much food you have in the vessel. And then once it comes to pressure, there's a little red button here at the top of our lid. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little red button, and that button's gonna pop up when the deluxe multi-cooker is completely pressurized. And that is your warning not to open it. You really can't open it once it's completely under pressure. Okay, so the red button's gonna pop up, and then this is gonna start to count down from 10 minutes to 0. And then it automatically switches to a warming function. And I love that function because on occasion, let's be honest, I get busy, I throw food into the pressure cooker, I set it, I forget it, and I start to go about the rest of my day, and I get busy and I forget. So with the warming function, I don't have to worry about the food overcooking. After it cooks for the 10 minutes, it just shuts to a super low temperature, and it doesn't continue to cook, it just keeps it warm for me. So once this is done, we're gonna take the chopped chicken breasts that I just put in here. I'm gonna separate them into several different baggies. One baggie to use for salads, one baggie to add to my chicken gnocchi soup that I'm gonna make later on tonight. A third baggie, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing with it now. So I'm making, what's the recipe? I'm gonna grab my cheat sheet, the recipe, because I can't remember anything. It is smoky black bean chicken wraps. And it's super easy to prepare. So while the chicken's cooking, what I did was I cooked some rice in our multi-cooker. This is our 3-quart multi-cooker. My favorite way to make rice, foolproof rice, every single time. I don't have to worry about it overcooking, undercooking, perfect. And all you do is you add your rice and your water, you put the lid on, you pop it in the microwave for 5 minutes on high, and then you lower to 50% power and cook it for 10 minutes on 50% power. So I did that already, and I have the rice chilling in the freezer. This is a little tip that I learned watching Food Network, is if you need to chill your rice quickly so that you can refrigerate it or freeze it, you want to spread it onto a metal sheet pan. I used our modular sheet pans. So I spread the cooked white rice that I cooked in a little bit of chicken stock. I spread these on a sheet pan, thin layer, and then pop this into the freezer. That's it. And now I have cooled rice ready to go. So I'm going to put this rice into a separate baggie with some barbecue rub. Before I do that, I have a baggie. Now, this is a tip I want to share with you. When you're doing freezer meals, it is super important that you make sure you use the right types of bags. Please make sure that you are actually using freezer bags, not just storage bags. There is an additional element to the freezer bags that helps prevent freezer burn and really helps to preserve what's in the bags. So you want to just make sure that the box says freezer. You can also use our reusable bags. These are also freezer bags. So you could put your chicken in one of these reusable bags if you don't want to use plastic. Seal it and squeeze out all the air and then pop it into the freezer. We have several different sizes. This is our snack size. This is our bigger size. My other one is being used with our produce. We chopped up a bunch of cucumbers and peppers, and they're holding some of our produce already in the refrigerator, okay? So I have a freezer bag. I had to drain and rinse a can of black beans. So I have that in this little baggie, which is in my classic batter bowl, holding it up for me so the bag doesn't fall all over the counter. Little tip for you. I also have the top folded over so that it's easier for me to seal the baggie. If you fold the top over, it just makes sealing it, getting a good clean seal, much, much easier. To the bag, we are gonna add 2 tablespoons of one of my husband's favorite Pampered Chef rubs. This is our smoky barbecue rub, which is why I'm making this recipe for a few weeks down the road once the kids start school and have sports. So 2 tablespoons using our adjustable measuring spoon. If you're going to be freezing this recipe as opposed to using it within the next few days, they do recommend 2 full tablespoons of seasoning to the baggie with the black beans. Now, once the chicken is done and the chicken has cooled to room temperature, I'm going to take a pound of this chicken that I'm going to measure using our kitchen scale, and I'm going to put it into the bag with the black beans and the smoky barbecue rub. So I'm going to put this off to the side. That's ready to go. And then, as I mentioned, the next thing I have to do is just take our rice. I'm going to fold down the sides again so that I can get the rice. I'm going to use one of our new and improved silicone utensils, and I'm going to scoop my cooled rice into this baggie. And then we add a little bit more of the smoky barbecue rub to this rice. And then I'm going to pop it all into the freezer. And like I said, when my kids start school and sports in a few weeks, and I'm having a hectic night, and I don't feel like cooking, or I don't have time to cook, I have a meal ready to go. And then all I have to do to serve it, the instructions say that all I have to do to serve it is put the contents of both bags into a skillet, heat it over medium-high heat for 3 to 5 minutes. Then all I do is add some grated cheddar cheese to a tortilla shell and top it with the chicken and the bean mixture, some of the rice, if I have lettuce and tomatoes, so it's like a burrito, and it's done, ready to go, one meal, super easy. So to this, I need another tablespoon of this rub, okay? And now I'm just gonna close this up. I'm gonna knead this so that the barbecue rub gets all over the rice, okay? And then we'll seal it up, and we will put both of these bags into another bag so that they stay together. So then later tonight, I'm gonna be making a chicken and gnocchi soup, and I will share these recipes with you in the comments. And this is actually a party that I'm doing. So if you wanna get some of your friends together, I come to your house, we'll make 3 to 4 pounds of chicken, 3 to 4 recipes. We get to freeze several. You have a few to enjoy with your family and friends, or with your family. And then your friends could go home with some tips and tricks for how to make their hectic weeknights so much easier. So if you would like to book a party, let me know. I have a few dates open in August to do that. And there's some other delicious recipes we can make. There's a Dijon chicken noodle toss. There's cheesy chicken tortilla soup. There is a Greek chicken and orzo skillet, which is the 3rd recipe I'm gonna be making, but I'm gonna be making that tomorrow because it's so good. And then there's a chicken stir fry that's super easy to put together. So I hope that you found this demonstration super helpful. If you have any questions at all, be sure to reach out. And of course, if you'd like to book your own power cooking workshop or party with me, let me know and we'll find a date. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. Bye for now.